They call it dubstep.
What's up, YouTube? As always, this is PFC Ryu Tachi here to bring you another episode of Do You Remember? And it's going to be about Yu Yu Hakusho, which I think I have done already. But this one's going to be a lot different than what I usually do. And hopefully you find this a little more interesting. I'm still trying to, work this Do You Remember series, the kinks out. So this Do You Remember series, like I said, it's going to be Yu Yu Hakusho. And it's going to be about the character known as Kurama, aka Yoko, aka Yoko Kurama, aka Shuichi Minamono, which are pretty much all his aliases. And for those who, for some reason, may not know who he is, in a nutshell, he is the original Demon Fox. I'm just going to throw that out there. First Demon Fox before the whole lovable Naruto. I mean, that's pretty much what his name means, Yoko Kurama, which is probably where Naruto Science of Fox name comes from, because it means Demon Fox. And in a nutshell, he started off bad, although he really wasn't bad, but he started off bad, and he teamed up with Hiei and this orc or ogre demon. There's still this magical artifact from Spirit World, in which if he gave up his life, he'd have one wish, and his wish was gonna be to save his mother from dying. And throughout the whole show, he's the calm person in the group. He's very wise because he's extremely old, and he's the tactician, more or less. So this Do You Remember episode is obviously not gonna be character analysis, but just a little brief bio on Kurama. So this Do You Remember is gonna be about two memorable fights that I can remember. Although I pretty much remember everything from Yu Yu Hakusho, because Yu Yu Hakusho is one of my favorite series ever. But I would say two of the most memorable fights that Kurama had. So the first one is going to be in the Chapter Black Saga, right after he defeated Game Master. And for those who don't remember Game Master ability was he was a Game Master. He can touch a game and make it come real. And you and Game Master would abide by the rules. So in the game that they were playing, the main person, if he lost, he would die. So Kurama won, and Game Master died. And Game Master was only like a 10-year-old boy, so that really affected him. So after the next episode or 2 or 3, he was very distant and cold from everyone. And he ain't kind of remarked that's the real Yoko. That's the real Kurama that no one's seen. So he walks up and he sees Sensui and Kobara, and I don't remember that demon. The demon that liked it, Sensui. And he sees Gourmet, and he fights. As soon as he fights Gourmet, instantly he brings out his rose whip, and he wraps it around Gourmet's head and cuts him in half. Now, like I said, that's extremely shocking, because one, Kurama isn't vicious when he fights like that. And just to instantaneously kill this dude was just insane. But even though he was, like I said, a lot more cruel in this event, he was still thinking. I don't remember how exactly he knew, but he knew that Elder Toguro was inside Gourmet, aka he was controlling Gourmet. So that's why he did it, because Gourmet was technically dead already. So as Elder Toguro comes out, he starts fighting Kurama, and just to play off on Kurama being so pissed and angry about killing this boy, when he fights Elder Toguro, with the rose whip, he planted the seed of the Sinning tree, and what it did was, after Kurama released his smoke, it exacerbated pretty much the effect of the seed, and it minded Elder Toguro. And the way it worked is, every time he had evil attention, or the more evil intentions, aka the more sins that you had, the tree would suck the life out of you. And Elder Toguro became so strong that no matter what type of wound he had, he would regrow or he would regenerate instantly. So he had instant regeneration. So in essence, he's bound to that tree until the world blows. So for eternity, he's going to suffer at the hands of that tree. And that's probably one of the cruelest things I would say that I've seen in any anime, that this guy is going to be tortured until the end of time. And I don't know, I just found that crazy. So that was just like one of the most craziest things that I remember, because just seeing him like kill Gourmet so cruel was just shocking. And then obviously we found out that's Elder Toguro, because he survived the when he got hit by his brother. And then even after that though, when Kurama pulled out the mist and he planted those seeds, that's a really horrible way to live. You know, Elder Toguro, as long as he's like, I think if I'm right, as long as he's like bloodthirsty or whatever, the tree is going to continue to suck his life out. But Elder Toguro body regenerates after each wound he gets. So until like the end of time, the Sennin tree is going to be draining his body. That's like insanely cruel. And the second thing that I remember, and hopefully you remember, is the Demon World Tournament when he fought Shigure. I actually, like, it wasn't, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't probably the most interesting fight as far as actual combat fight, but it was, I liked it because it was Kurama, like his internal struggle, because you know he was all throughout the Demon World saga, he was fighting whether he wanted to be Kurama, or whether he wanted to be Yoko, or whether he wanted to be Shuichi Minamoto. So in the fight with Shigure, who was an S-class demon, he temporarily changed to Yoko. And when he went to Yoko, he probably could have killed Shigure instantly. But he changed right back to freaking Kurama, even though he was like gravely injured. Like Shigure almost cut him in half and his arm was like dangling and he was probably about to pass out in a second. Even with all that going against him, he still chose Kurama over Yoko. And you know, like I said, him being so wise and smart and whatnot, he lucky enough planting those Oka Ninja root trees or seeds 1,000 years ago in that exact same spot, because I guess he's just that smart and was able to pull, I guess, enough demon energy to actually summon a ginormous tree. And ultimately that's how he won. And then at the very end, it was actually very poetic, oddly enough, but he summoned the Oka Ninja tree and with cherry blossoms, and he beat Shigure, and that was Shigure's second defeat. And he said that as a warrior, that a warrior should never get beaten twice. So he jumped off the tree and presumably died. And then Kurama finally came to the conclusion that he would no longer be Yoko, he would no longer be Kurama, he'd just be Shuichi. And that was that. So that was pretty much, those are the two most memorable moments from Yu Yu Hakusho involving Kurama. If I think, I could probably think of one more thing. When he actually first went to Yoko, back in the Dark World tournament. But I think those are the two that I mentioned were, to me, they were more important, more just shocking to me. I watched it, you know, probably a year or two ago, and I still, those moments still gets me. So anyway, that's it for this, the Do You Remember series, or not series, but episode. Don't forget to comment on my moments of Kurama, and if you have any different moments, feel free to comment on that. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. Also, like I've been saying on past few videos, don't forget to like me and Game On Call On's Facebook fan page if you have a Facebook. doesn't hurt. So, as always, this is PFC Ritashi from beautiful Okinawa, Japan, signing out. Peace.